job, baby. Yes, that's right. Oh, here's another one. Should you get it? Get that one. Look. Look.
Hi and welcome back, everybody. Today we're out collecting wild violets to make wild violet jelly. It's so delicious and I plan to sell it at my farmer's market table. My little boy is helping me to gather the blooms and it is such a fun activity to do with kids. They are so beautiful. Check them out.
You want to help Mommy and put this in the jar? Good job. Can you get the other one?
Our little boy has been so active around the farm and I am teaching him how to be gentle with the plants instead of pulling them out. So all in all, I've gathered up a little over 2 cups of the wild violets. And you can see them here. They're very easy to identify, but always use a plant finder app, if you're confused. There are some lookalikes out there. So to about 2 to 3 cups of wild violets, you're going to want to add 4 cups of boiling water. I like to use my electric kettle, and I like to do this in a large mason jar because it has measurements on the side. And I usually pour in a little bit more than 4 cups just so some of the petals will retain some liquid, and you want to make sure you have 4 cups after you strain everything out. So check out this deep color here. It almost starts off like a really deep teal and then turns to purple.
So it's the next day, guys, and I'm continuing with my wild violet jelly. I've let the violets steep overnight in the fridge, and I'm walking up to the upper pasture, to the barn, to the RV because my water bath pot is still up there from the 4 months we spent in the RV before landing at this property. Now, would you check out this beautiful, massive redbud tree? Redbud jelly will be my next project to get ready for the market. Okay, my smaller pressure canner is in here too. I'm gonna do some fixing on the lids, so I'm gonna look into that.
I ordered some new jars for Fillmore Containers, and I wanted to share these with you guys. In the past, I've always made and sold my jams and jellies in mason jars, but I wanted to get a professional, more sleek looking jar, kind of like the ones that you would find in a grocery store. So I got jars and lids from Fillmore Container. No affiliation with them, but they have been recommended to me by someone in one of the canning Facebook groups that I'm in. So I have a 9-ounce jar and a 6-ounce jar here. And you can see that they come with the black lids, and these are canning lids. You can see that these are made specifically for canning, and they have the button top. So I'll let you know how it goes. So check out this beautiful vivid color. I am really glad that I ended up steeping the petals overnight. It just turned out really great. Next, I'm simply going to strain out all of the petals, making sure that I still have 4 cups of liquid. And hilariously, this tiny little sieve is the only one that I was able to locate. But check out that color. Amazing. So it's not going to be this color for long. One of the cool things about this recipe is that there's a chemical reaction. I am just measuring out the lemon juice right now, a 1/4 cup of lemon juice, and it's going to lighten the color and turn it from a deep purple to more like a fuchsia. So we will get ready to see that effect right about now. Wow, see how it just instantly lightened it up? Pretty cool. Now we're ready for this to go into the pot, and then I'm just straining it one more time for good measure because there was a few petals that were still in there. By the way, I am using a recipe from Practical Self-Reliance, which is an awesome resource for canning, and I will leave it in the show notes below. Now I'm adding the Sure Gel Pectin, and yes, the pot did change. I realized that the pot was going to be too small. This pectin is the Sure Gel, just regular pectin. It's not low sugar or anything. You want to use a whole packet. And very important, you always want to put your pectin in first before the sugar. With this type of recipe, a lot of people have issues with their jelly gelling, and that's one of the main reasons. You need to bring the pectin to a really hard boil first, so hard that it cannot be stirred down with a spoon. Then you can add that 4 whole cups of sugar and get that mixed in. And the next thing here is basically you just bring it up to another really hard rolling boil that cannot be stirred down with a spoon, and you want it to go for at least a minute both times on that hard boil. Now I found out the hard way that these jars don't fit a regular size canning funnel. So here I am just carefully ladling this incredibly gorgeous wild violet liquid. It is so beautiful. And the ever important step of wiping the rims, especially since I wasn't able to use a canning funnel. And then I'm just applying the lids. And they have the liner specially made for canning, just like a lot of the jarred goods that you get in the grocery store. A little trick, these are so hot, so I like to use the tongs to help me tighten the lid.
It's rolling oil now. Uh-oh, we gotta take the chicken out.
Okay, it's in the jacuzzi with all of these to be processed for 10 minutes.
Ooh, that's hot.
Side note, I did sterilize all of the jars and lids, but when water bathing for at least 10 minutes, you actually don't have to.
Oh, hear that? These are beautiful.
And here they are. 8 6-ounce jars were made, and they turned out absolutely gorgeous. Check out that vivid color. So pretty.
I'm so excited to share this beautiful final product with you guys. It's this beautiful deep fuchsia color. It almost matches my dress here, but it just looks absolutely gorgeous. There's a couple of the jars. The lids seem to work really well. I tested them all. And again, they have like that button top, if you can see that. So I like that. I think that adds a little reassurance for customers. I had so wanted to be able to show you guys what I'm making for the labels for these. I'm using a combination of Canva and onlinelabels.com. I've used onlinelabels.com for like several years, and they are awesome. But we have just changed our business name. So it used to be Alma Apothecary when I was doing just strictly apothecary. But now we're renaming it just after our farm, which is Eventide Farm, because we do so many other things like that, cut flowers, plant starts, the candles, the soaps. So it's just more of a inclusive and more accurate business name. But anyway, since we've just changed the name, we haven't yet decided on a logo yet. Daniel and I have been kind of trying to agree on one. So until I have the new logo, I don't want to print the labels. But I have an old label from some mint julep syrup that I had made, and I did make a video about that, so I'll link that. But just to give you an idea, and this is sideways, I think I'm going to do a white label. I also have clear labels, and this one doesn't totally fit. So I'll be ordering a different size, but I just wanted to kind of give the effect for you guys who are watching today.
So a quick interjection because I hadn't talked about the flavor. These turned out so wonderful, and it's one of my favorite floral jellies because it really didn't taste floral at all. It was more like a berry, kind of like raspberry, kind of like blueberry. Either way, super delicious. We saved a jar for ourselves and so happy that we did.
And then a couple of things I wanted to mention about the 6-ounce jars. So one thing that's kind of a bummer is a regular canning funnel does not fit in them. So I debated if I should just use the 9-ounce jars in the future. Here's the size comparison. I really like this size. So it's in between what you can get for mason jars. So mason jars, you have the 4-ounce and then the 8-ounce jars. And I like that this is a 6. It's just right in between. I really only want to have one size for jams and jellies. So I'm probably thinking about just using a different funnel, but just something to know. I'll link what jars and lids I use from Fillmore Container if you guys are interested. Again, I don't have any affiliation with any companies that I've mentioned in this video. It's just what I use. But yeah, I'm really happy with these jars and lids. So let's see, there's one other thing I was going to mention to you guys. Yeah, I'll post on my Instagram when I finally get these labeled. So check us out. We're Eventide Farm_VA on Instagram. And I'm hoping my next video is going to be about all of the annual cut flowers that I'm planting and how I'm starting those seeds. We have so much going on here at the farm. And so please come on back and be with us again on the channel. And I really appreciate all of you guys for all of your support over the years and for watching. And I'll see you on the next video.